Hey guys, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Guys, I'm out here once again at US 1409, and this is not an activation video, okay? Just to let that be very clear to you. I'm sure the title gave it away. This title is going to be something like Hams Helping Hams, or Community Stepping Up for the Community. We'll do something like that. I don't know what the name will be exactly yet. My wife really didn't like Hams Helping Hams, and I thought that would be pretty catchy, but we'll see how this goes. So guys, I got something very exciting to tell you here. Something that actually got sent to me by another ham. That's why this video is called Hams Helping Hams, or Community Members Helping Community Members. Or we can call it Paying It Forward. Let's get started and talk about it right after this. Alright guys, so yeah, I was just out here at US 1409 this morning, and operating and activating the park area. I did activate on 40 meters. No, I didn't record any of it. I know. Thanks, Jack, you didn't record it. Now, some of you guys do like activation videos, but like I said, there's very good activators on YouTube that records their videos, and I love watching them, so I don't need to really add to that. I mean, I've put a couple out there because my viewers asked me to do so. And this morning was kind of weird. Or after I got about 20 calls in, I guess. So I made 25 total QSOs this morning, which is good. But after about 20 calls, the call sign started getting wonky. I don't know if it was going faster, if I just was not paying attention any longer. But anyway. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, the reason this video is being recorded right now is, and I'll probably still do a little bit more activations. Of course, it's going to be 95 today, so I'm trying to... about 9:30 right now, so they're saying 10 o'clock, so I'll probably be right in the heat of things here. But a viewer, a long-time viewer, very, very nice gentleman, because we've been talking for a long time, not because you said something. And yeah, it's just very nice to have the community built around this. If you guys remember, and I'm going to try to find a clip to put in here, I talked a couple times out here. I was using a Nano VNA, and I said, look, there's stuff I'm purchasing this year that I already have in the works and in the order line there and in the pipe for ham radio, that I can't really see buying an antenna analyzer. I couldn't spend that money to buy one. So Ron is, and I'm going to get his call sign right here, and his YouTube channels. Ron, his call sign is K4SOI. Ron is K4SOI. Look that up. Guys, I want everybody in the community to look that up, and on QRZ, get his email address, and send Ron an email and say, hey, that was very nice what you did there for, good old Jack out there. So anyway, so what did Ron do? What was so nice? Well, in talking to Ron, he says, hey, you're talking about these antenna analyzers. I have one that I'm not using. I was like, excuse me? He said, yeah. So I said, oh, that's super cool. So what he did was, he actually packaged it up. I'm going to try to get a nice shot of it here. Okay, ready? Here we go. Doot, doot, doot. The antenna analyzer, a rig expert. It is the AA30. Okay, from what I understand, this came out a number of years ago, but you know what? It does exactly what I need it to do. That's all that matters, right? So, it's very nice. The display is very nice. Here, I'll turn it on. Oh, wait a minute. Turn it on. Can you see the display there? I think you can. Display is very nice. It has all the normal settings, the SWR readings, set the frequency, set a range, scan the SWR, scan and receive, show SWR, show all settings. It has everything you're going to need in it. So, I decided, but before I decided, let me take a moment for Ron's station identification. So let me see here, because I just took a picture of his channel, and Ron, apparently it looks like he has 2 different YouTube channels. Okay, I want you to check these channels out. Go see what Ron's doing over there, and he was pretty excited about them. The one is called In Focus. It's INPHOCUS Adventures. I guess that's a way of spelling focus, okay? PHOCUS, In Focus Adventures. And his other channel is called Bargain Basement Ham Radio. Bargain basement ham radio. All right. So you guys know a few months ago we came out here and I was setting up a dipole antenna, a 20 meter just straight dipole antenna. So my goal is now, since I have the Rig Expert, the antenna analyzer here, that's working. Ron, again, thank you, man. This is really appreciated. It's working exceptionally well, and I even got it in the bubble wrap he sent it in because I don't want anything to happen to it. Take really good care of it. I did put brand new fresh batteries in here, so she's ready to go. But, and could I have tuned this dipole with the Nano VNA? Sure. So if you still have the Nano VNAs, it's still an awesome tool. I'll still be using mine just to do different segments along with the antenna analyzer. This is just something to make it really, really, I think, quicker to kind of get an SWR match. So even though it's getting hotter, I want to put up a inverted V 20 meter dipole. I already had it cut. It's in the car. So I think what I'm going to do is move my mast down from where I was activating this morning and set this inverted V up. Now, why inverted V? The only thing I'm thinking of, it's easier to do some cuts with the inverted V. Now, just to let you guys know, remember, I can make mistakes too, right? Everybody can make mistakes. Let me see where I put that at. Where did I put that information at? Nope. Anyway. Where is the information? Okay, here's the information. So when you're analyzing the SWR, a lot of guys will do this. They do their YouTube videos and they just, hey, here's my SWR and I did this to the antenna and look, it's great now. What's the rule? Okay, what's the rule? Here's what I found the rule is. When you measure the SWR, okay, you're looking for your desired frequency. Okay, the antenna analyzer check the SWR for your desired frequency. If the SWR increases with frequency, so in other words, if your frequency, now you guys know I do 99.9% CW. So I'm in that lower portion of the band anyway, usually around 040, 055, you know, around there, 030, somewhere around there. So sometimes, very seldom, sometimes I'll be down around the extra portion of the band, but not very much. I usually stay around the general portion of the band. So it tells me if I'm checking the frequency and the SWR is too high, then the wire is too long. You got to trim some wire off. In the reverse of that, if the SWR increases as you decrease the frequency, then the antenna is too short. You guys get it. Again, I'm not an expert. Don't come here thinking, that Jack's an expert antenna builder. Nah, I'm learning too. All right. I'm just going to put it up as an inverted V, show you guys what the SWR is, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to try to pull on the air because I'm trying to make some contacts with it too. That's my goal. Since I got the coax and everything out here, I might as well set it up. All right, so first I'm going to move the, here, if you can see my, I don't know if you can see it way out there past, if you can see it sitting there with the orange ropes on it. I got to move that back here. I'm not going to show you guys setting this up. You guys have built an inverted V. I'm going to put it right on the other side of this grill. Go straight up, try to get from that picnic table to that picnic table and see if I can't get a match on it and see if we can't make some contacts. Okay, let's go. Okay, guys, so this is probably one of my worst deployed antennas ever. This is not good. Not pretty, not good. Yeah, the pole fell like 3 times putting this up there because coax, let's face it, coax is too heavy for these masts. I wish somebody would create an actual mast you can use in the field where you can actually put a dipole on it or maybe an antenna on it and run it up with coax, and it don't do this. Every one of these masts you buy, you spend all this tremendous amount of money and they don't hold anything. They hold a little wire. That's about all you can put on them. But somebody needs to tell me, and I know there's a company out there called, I don't know, I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments, but there has to be somebody out there. One, I don't want to pay for a mast. I don't want to pay like $700 for a mast. There's somebody in our club that said he paid $600 for his mast and it stands straight up. It's about, 80 feet in the air. I'm not doing that, okay? But just a mast that works, man. Something you can put coax on. It doesn't do that. Anyway, so what I did was I taped it. But look, this is the best I could do for now. So there's my DX Commander mast, okay? That's the 10-meter mast, so it should be pretty strong, but right now, almost 4 of the top sections are down inside because they all went, and they slid down. And I just made an inverted V here, so Now we're going to go over, let's get the rig expert, turn it on, see how this thing works, okay? I mean, I got the basic understanding how it works. We're going to see where we're at here on the SWR. So, see if I can use this antenna or not. Oh, Lord. All right, let's plug this in. Okay. Again, it's starting to get really hot really fast. Turn it on here. You can see that. I don't even know if you can see that screen or not. We are going to set frequency. So number 2, we're going to do 14050. That should get me pretty close. Okay. Then what are we going to do here? We are going to number 4, scan SWR and start. It's going across the top there pretty high, guys. You see that? Oh, there it goes. There's the dip right there. Hey, look at that. It dipped right there, guys. We're right there is where we want to be, and we're right there. So looking at that, it looks like it might be just a little bit too long, but you know what? I'm going to use it. That's pretty good. I'll take that. What else will this show us? Let's go back out here. Nope, it's going to show us again on the dip. Let's clear out. Okay. Show SWR. What does that do? All right, check it. 1.6. This is a super, super handy meter. Everybody see that? 1.6. We can use that. We're going to try to call CQ with this inverted V and see if we can't make any connection to any contacts here. So I could shorten it a little bit. You know what? Let me do that. I'm just going to tie it up a little tighter. Okay, let me see. I mean, that's what we have this for, right? So let's shorten it just a little bit and see if we can't get that down a little bit below 1.6. Of course, I'm sure the G90 is going to handle it. I love when you're doing videos out in the park and people stop to look, you know, like, yeah, they're going to be a star. Put them on there. All right, so what I'm doing is shortening both sides here. I should show you guys this. Okay, so instead of cutting it off, instead of cutting the dipole apart, you know what I mean, or cutting the wire, I already got these tied, and we know wherever it bends is where it's going to be shortened, right? So I just tied this up a little bit tighter. All right. So with that said, let me just pull this rope back here. Sorry about the camera moving around here, but that's going to happen. All right. Let's move this back over here. Okay, we're going to take some off of this side also, just a little bit off of this side, see if it goes down or not. But I mean, 1.6 is really very usable. I mean, all right, it's back up. We're trimmed down a little bit, okay? You know, you see that Jack's not much one of those trimmer guys. I'm much of those. Put it together and make it work, guys. All right, let's see where we're at now. All right, see if it went down at all. I don't know. We'll see where we're at here. Scan SWR is number 4. Okay, let's take a look now. Hit the check box. Here we go. We're going to go over. Going down. Oh yeah, she went down all right. What'd she go down to? Like 1.2. So I was at 1.6 before, so let's go back to the main menu and we're going to show SWR like we did before. It was 1.6. Oh, it went up to 1.9. So that's not good. So I need to add a little bit of wire. All right, this should be my last check and I should be able to get up on the air, and I probably will not take you guys on the air with me. I'll come back in at the end to let you know what I did. Okay. Let's see if it fixed anything. If it made it any better. If we can see this thing. Can you see this thing? I can't even see it on here. I'm hoping that you can see the screen. All right. So let's go to scan SWR again, number 4. Take a look to see where we're falling at now. We know where we were hitting for. I don't know, it might be lower right there. Okay. All right. Let's Go back. Remember, we was at 1.6 and we went to 1.9. So let's see where we're going to be now here. I really like this one. Just show SWR. Simple and sweet. There you go. We got it down to 1.4. Huh? How about that? I really, really like this thing. Ron, thank you again so much, man. I tell you, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. It's going to definitely be nice too when I'm using my Wolf River coil. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now is get out of here, turn this off, hook this to the radio. I think before I do that, I also have a choke here. I'm going to throw the choke in line with this just to check and see what the SWR is with the choke on it. This is the choke that I built, so now we're going to see. Hey, Jack, is it going to work? All right, anyway, turn it back on. Check the range here. We should still be on the same range, I would guess. Yep, we're still in the same range. Good. Let's go back. Let's just show SWR. Nice and quick reading. Look at that with the choke, guys. Came down to 1.7. With the choke. Always be choking, right? ABC. Always be choking. Look at that. Guys, look what it came down to. Am I excited? Yeah, I am. I'm going to do a scan just to see it. Scan. Check this out. Here it comes. Doom, 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 doom. Boom. Bam. There she goes, all the way down there. But yeah, so the choke here, my choke that I built. Okay, it's in one of the videos. I'll link it at the end of this video. It's definitely helping it. Let me get back to the main menu. Close out of here. So I'll be choking on the radio. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get up on 20 meters and see if I can't make a couple contacts. And I will bring you guys back in after I'm done here and see how it went. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, so pretty much successful. I got 5 contacts back down into Texas. I actually contacted the guy from Texas this morning on 40 meters also. So that was pretty cool to also get him on 20. Rob, if you're watching this, thanks, buddy, for coming in there. Sorry I missed your call sign when it first came through. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, I hear the call sign come through, and it's like I should just know it's Rob. And, you know, but I missed him. Sorry. Ron, again, thank you so much for the antenna analyzer, man. It's going to be put to really good use. I'm really happy that you sent it to me. And, you know, like I said, check out Ron's channels. They will be in the description below. I'll have the links for those. So go there, check out his channels, and see what his adventures are all about. And guys, I really got to find myself another good mast. This DX Commander mast, which I truly do love. I do. I like the DX Commander mast. If I'm just hanging a little wire on the top. But as I was operating, look at the elements, how they like came down, they're drooping. It actually right here, I heard it. You're gonna hear the motorcycle come through here, riding in shorts naturally. Yeah. I don't care what he's wearing. Hey, ride your own ride. That's all I used to always say. So yeah, but it slipped right down inside here. It just went, and the coax just came right off. Look. So it doesn't stay up there too well. I mean, I don't know. They're made to be clamped. These DX Commander masts. You know, when you're using these for verticals, they're made. They have the clamps that you put on to clamp those. But anyway. All right. So that's it. I'm wrapping it up and getting out of here. So I will talk to you guys next time. Take care. I'm going to tear it down. It's about 85 right now. It's getting hot quick. Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT. This is my ham radio journey, guys. I am your good old friend Jack. Thanks for watching this video. Again, thanks to Ron. Thanks to Rob out there for reaching out and catching me this morning. Everybody else on the contacts this morning. I ended up with 30? Yeah, I think 30 QSOs today. So that's a good activation, right? Really nice. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you on the next one. And I don't know what I'm going to record next, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting, I hope. But yeah, so I'm going to take this antenna down, pack up, and get out of here. So 73s, hope to catch you guys on the airways. I'll talk to you next time. If you're not subscribed, why not? Smash that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. And I will talk to you very soon here on my ham radio journey. Bye for now, guys. 73s.